Welcome to the PropTech Podcast. It's Kylie Davis here, and I'm delighted to be your host as we explore the brave new world where technology and real estate and property collide. I passionately believe we need to grow and create a sense of community between the innovators and the real estate agents and property owners, and sharing our stories is a great way to do that. Now, the aim of each episode is to introduce listeners to a PropTech innovator who is pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and to explore the issues and challenges raised by the tech and how they create amazing property experiences. And now, if you are like me and millions of others of homeowners out there, you have a drawer in your kitchen that is overflowing with old receipts, manuals and warranties for all of the equipment in your home, plus a few old remotes, flat batteries and pictures that the kids painted in kindy a lifetime ago. My guest this week is Trish Mackie-Smith, CEO and co-founder of Inndox, a PropTech that is a digital property logbook, and was the winner of the most innovative property and facilities management startup award at the PropTech Awards hosted by the PropTech Association of Australia. Now, Trish has a very impressive professional background that qualifies her in this space. She is a former property lawyer and co-founder of Australia's most awarded building consultancy. She is the winner of the HIA 2019 Women in Building and Construction Awards Business Development Professional, and has led a campaign to improve seller disclosure for property buyers that is currently before Parliament. Trish started Inndox with her husband, Andrew Mackie-Smith, who is actually Australia's most awarded building consultant, having won the Master Builders Queensland Building Consultant of the Year in 2017 and 2018, as well as your investment property magazine Best Building and Pest Business in Australia in 2018. Now, here to tell us all about Inndox, Trish Mackie-Smith. Welcome to the PropTech Podcast.
Thanks, Kylie. Thanks for having me here.
And I am really excited about this interview. Congratulations on being a finalist in the PropTech Awards. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
To kick off, we always start with our elevator pitch. So tell me, what is the elevator pitch for Inndox?
Sure. Well, like you have a logbook for your car with all the service history that passes from owner to owner, Inndox provides digital logbooks for your property so that everything is in one place, and it helps with easy maintenance throughout the entire life cycle and passes from owner to owner.
So I love this idea because I think every property owner has a drawer underneath the tea towels where you put all the warranties and the bits of paper, and then they die or they get broken or the thing, and then you end up with this drawer full of junk, basically, that none of the things that are in there actually are in the house anymore. And when it comes time to sale, where did you get the idea from?
Okay, I think with my background as a property lawyer, and doing conveyancing, and seeing that there's often issues around the time of purchase or sale, getting all that information together, that can often lead to a lot of stress and delays. And then if a future owner comes into that building or property, often with very little information, they don't have a clue about how to manage that property, if there are any warranties in place, if they've expired, who are the contacts for trades, and then tenants don't get much information either, and this leads to buildings being neglected, not kept in proper condition. And it affects the value of the asset. So I just thought there needs to be a better way to manage your properties.
This problem, how big a deal is it? Do you have any kind of idea in terms of size, or like how many deals have you seen as a lawyer that handles conveyancing, be delayed due to problems with being able to follow up documentation?
Just about everyone. Unfortunately, yeah.
And I can imagine it's becoming a bigger and bigger issue too, because more and more of our homes are being digitised, from the air conditioning or the heating and the security systems and roller doors for the garage, and and solar panels and all of that stuff. So much of the things in our property need the documentation sitting behind it.
Yes, it's becoming more and more important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
and we're relying on so much technology. We don't know how to manage it, and then things break, and that causes more stress. So it's
and you can't remember the security number. You can't remember the PIN number that you had when you first installed it, so you can't tell your new owner what that is. And so you're almost buying a property that you've bought for all of these features, but actually a lot of those features are redundant for the sake of a 4-digit PIN code, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Awesome. So once we've solved this problem, once we have this idea of a logbook, and I guess it makes complete sense because we've been keeping logbooks for our cars for forever, what does that open up to us? Like, what other things become possible if we've got a good sort of set of good digital logbook for our homes?
Well, it means that it can speed up the due diligence for buyers when they go to buy a property, and if they can access the information, the history of the property, the approvals are there, the certificates are in place. They know that the termite treatment has been kept up to date. That gives buyers confidence to then proceed with the purchase, and then they are willing to pay the right price because they know the value of the property. So that improves transparency and trust in the system, and confidence for people to be able to go ahead and buy that property knowing that everything's there.
But I imagine it's not just something that benefits you at sale time too. I mean, it's kind of quite a relief to know that you've got a spot to put all of that information as you're doing it. Like when you're renovating, when you get the invoice from the builder, when you get the quote from, or when you get the certificate from the termite guy. It's one of those horrible things, pieces of adulting, isn't it? That you are supposed to just know what to do with that stuff. I remember saying to my dad, "What do I do with this?" He's like, "I'll put it in the filing cabinet." And it's like, "Well,"
and this could be $1 million asset, and we know hardly anything about it. You buy a car, a $50,000 car. You'd only buy it if it had a logbook. You wouldn't buy a car without one. So that's where I think the same should apply. And the other thing that I'm very passionate about is seller disclosure. There's a lack of that because our laws don't, with the buyer beware law, it doesn't protect the buyer. It's all about protecting the seller.
Yep.
And therefore sellers don't have to provide the information up front. So I'm very passionate about, having this in place. Seller disclosure becomes the norm. People can see exactly what the condition of the property is, and can trust in that. Unfortunately, around Australia, the buyer beware law is in place, except in the ACT, where they do have a form of seller disclosure. But the trend is, if you look around the world, seller disclosure is coming, and there's going to be consumer protection in place eventually. But until that happens, I'm looking at technology to step in and protect buyers.
Yeah, and it's kind of ironic, isn't it, that this is one of the biggest purchase decisions you make in your life, but you actually have more protection if you buy a $50 watch at David Jones.
Yeah, you can take it back. You can't take your house back. Get a refund for your property.
I bought this thinking it had solar power, but I can't make it work. Yeah. I can't get the garage door to go up and down, and now I have to buy a whole new garage, whole new device for it. That's really, I really find this extraordinarily interesting. So tell me, Trish, how does it tie in with real estate agents? How can real estate agents use this tech?
Okay, Well, again, it should help with speeding up the sales process and the due diligence. They can share the information that when they get the listing, they ask the seller for all the information that the seller has to go on to the Inndox, and that could include the floor plans, the contract for sale, the certificates and approvals. And so all of this can then be shared with potential buyers online. So I know that in the future, more and more properties will be bought online and sight unseen. So this enables the due diligence to be conducted online and very quickly. So it can operate as like a selling tool for the real estate agent to set up an Inndox, share that information at the time of due diligence. And not only that, they can provide extra information there for down the track. Their network of contacts, mortgage brokers, conveyancers, all of that can go in the Inndox. That can help the buyer. And then at the end, it can be like a gift provided to the buyer. Instead of giving them a bottle of champagne or flowers or balloons or whatever, you can provide this like a gift for the owner to have everything for free to help them better manage and maintain their property with all the alerts in there, the warranty alerts, maintenance alerts and contacts.
How awesome. So do you see so who are your clients at the moment? Are they real estate agents bringing sellers to you to say, look, we need to upload all of your documents using Inndox as part of the sale process? Or are they homeowners who are saying, I don't want a filing cabinet with a junk drawer with all of the old, out-of-date warranties in it anymore. I want a central spot to put it so that it's somewhere useful.
Okay, that's our goal to market to the property owners eventually, but we entered the market to attract builders and property developers to help them with their handover to property owners to digitise that process. Because, as you said, they're often the handover is usually paper form, 90% still provided in manuals full of paper that go into the kitchen drawer. And so we help them digitise that process. There's more legal obligations now that they must provide information to the property owner at the time of settlement. And instead of providing paper that goes missing, we help them collate all that information, package it up, and then provide an app to the property owner. And then that can be transferred to future owners.
Okay, so at the moment you're working predominantly with new properties and builders and owners.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we can do established buildings. We have that capability, but we're looking at getting quality data, and the best data is right at the beginning.
Yes, before it gets lost over time.
Everything are there, and you can rely on that. Yeah. So that's where we're going. And also there is a pain point that we're solving for the property developer and builder. The laws are a bit patchy all around Australia, and it will become uniform eventually. In fact, recommendations have been made. The federal government is cracking down on what builders should provide because of all the issues with the cracking in buildings and the flammable cladding and all of that. So we guide the builders and to provide that information, the right information, and then they can meet their compliance.
Awesome. Okay. Well, look, when you need some test subjects for a beta of property owners, let me know, because I am so up for that.
Sure. Yeah.
I have got a pile of things that I don't know what to do. And so would you scan them or photograph them through your phone and load them into the app? Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
you can do either.
Got to
Most
give-
people just photograph with their phone and upload it. It's very easy. We've got a brilliant UX designer, and so that it's all very intuitive and logical, and it's easy to use and a joy to use, I think.
Yeah, fabulous. We love easy tech.
And now let's hear a word from our sponsors. For almost 16 years, Direct Connect has made moving easy for over 1.2 million renters and homeowners by arranging connections to a wide range of services, from electricity and gas to internet and pay TV. With a national team of local account managers who are experts in the industry, Direct Connect are there to support your real estate business with competitive rewards for every successful connection, plus an industry-leading rewards program. The connection process is simple, and Direct Connect's always-on guarantee ensures your customers will be connected on the day they move in. Direct Connect offers a range of market-leading suppliers, and Direct Connect has now made it even easier than ever to send connections, directly integrating with MRI Software's Property Tree. So in just a few clicks, while processing a tenancy, you can send the connection details through and get your customers connected. To make the right connection and find out how Direct Connect can make moving easy for you and easy for your customers, visit agents.directconnect.com.au or call 1300 558 169.
So how long have you been going for, Trish? How old is Inndox?
Inndox, well, it was launched in 2018, just a soft launch to test the market. And since then, we've been attracting builders and some quite big property developers all around Australia, predominantly in Victoria and South Australia. That's where they seem to be the most innovative, because a lot of these companies are very traditional and have legacy systems, and it takes some convincing for them to use technology. But it's starting to become more acceptable.
Yeah, cool. So and you're based in Brisbane, so you are getting a big following in Melbourne and South Australia, in Victoria and South Australia.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So now you mentioned before that your background is as a lawyer and a conveyancer. So what led you to set up Inndox? Was it just that you got fed up with chasing the material, or what was the aha moment?
Look, I think it just I realised that why hasn't this been done before? There should be an easier way. You get a logbook for your car. It hasn't, and then I wanted to investigate the laws about protecting buyers who've bought lemon properties. I think that's probably what really got to me. I saw injustices.
Yep.
And over time, and I've also been involved in a building consultancy for the last 20 years with my husband, who's also co-founder of Inndox, and he's a commercial builder and a certifier. And so together we came up with this concept of Inndox and using technology to provide all this information, and overcome the lack of transparency, and so that buyers know what they're buying, and hopefully lift the standard in the industry.
Awesome. So shout out to Andrew, who is your co-founder and partner in life. So how big are you? So you started in 2018. How big are you now, Trish?
Yeah, well, we've got over 2,000 users.
Wow.
And we're growing. We're always getting calls and onboarding. But we are, as mentioned earlier, we can suit real estate agencies as well. And so we're currently onboarding one agency is using us who's international, and they love it. and they love the idea that it can be provided as a gift. And also building inspectors. So we're rolling out with a national inspection company at the moment across Australia. So, yes, we are growing. There is traction happening. It's all very exciting. And, yeah.
How big's your team?
Well, we've got 6 in the core team, and that includes 3 devs, developers and engineers, the 2 founders, Andrew and myself, and a marketing person. But I think we're going to have to put on some new staff soon. Yeah.
Awesome. So, what's your business model? How do you charge? Is it a SaaS? Is it a subscription service? Or
Yeah, it's business to business at this stage. So the end user property owner gets it for free. If the builder or property developer, real estate agent, inspector provides the Inndox, they sponsor it on behalf of the owner by paying a monthly fee, and it starts at just $39 a month. For the bigger developers, and we've got a few who are huge, enterprises and need multiple users and multiple layers of, sub-accounts, then that starts at $899 because they need a lot of extra guidance and templates and customisation.
Okay, so just to get clear, is that $39, is that per property or is that per, how does that?
No, that's per month for up to 10 properties. And then we've got a tiered system.
Okay.
So the more properties you put on, then you go to the next level.
Yeah, okay. It just sounds like a fabulous idea. If I was a real estate agent who had been in an area, farming my area for a while, I'd be coming to you and saying, right, I am, because leads are so hard to get at the moment. Yeah. I would be offering this to all of my past clients to say, look, it's been a while since we sold. And so look, I'm going to give this to you now as a gift to say thank you for selling with me or buying or selling with me in the past.
Yeah.
Here's where you put all your stuff so that when it comes time to sell, it gets real. It's not hard. So we know that the psychology of selling, there's so many things that turn people off, which are, I have to get the house ready. I have to kind of coordinate all of that with the kids and school and weekend sport, and we have to find somewhere else to live. And, oh, my God, after all of that, we have to do all the paperwork for it. It's so much adulting. It's absolutely hideous.
Yes.
And so all of those things kind of build up the picture of, oh, maybe it's just too hard. Maybe we'll just cope with it for a bit longer and we won't really worry. So a lot of the optional sales don't happen just because of that mental load that goes on around it. Oh. So if I was an agent, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be going out and offering it to my top potential leads as a great gift to say, off we go. Let's kick off. Anyway.
Yeah, I like that. And I think it's possible that could happen down the track. And we do help with making it easy for them with templates and everything. We understand, the processes. We've been in the industry for a long time, so we can certainly guide them, and we've got all these great online tools to help to make it really simple and quick and easy to do. So, I welcome more real estate agents coming on board.
If you're a real estate agent, you need to do more digital marketing, and that includes creating articles, blogs, emails, and landing pages. But that's a lot to learn, and it can be really hard. So check out ActivePipe. ActivePipe is a specialist digital marketing platform designed especially for real estate agents. It allows you to quickly and easily create engaging emails, including the ability to drag and drop properties into emails that you can send out to buyers, sellers, renters, anyone. ActivePipe's smart automation allows you to get more leads from your database by understanding the property journey of your contacts and automatically customising and personalising emails based on their preferences. And now with the new product, Real Estate Content, you get access to hundreds of stories written about the property market that answer common questions your clients have about how to buy and sell and market performance. So download ActivePipe's free white paper, The Scalable Agent, It's got everything you need to know about how to become a better digital marketer. And it's written by me, Kylie Davis. Go to activepipe.com.au or Google The Scalable Agent. Trish, you're in this interesting space that covers kind of conveyancing and law and building and real estate. What do you see coming up in the next 5 years in that space? Like, where do you see, what's your crystal ball tell you about what's going to change in how all those three things come together?
Well, I think there'll be more of a demand by property owners for transparency and seller disclosure. And the laws are coming anyway, but I just don't know when. And this is where technology can be there, can fill that gap. And once it gets known, then my vision is that every time someone looks to buy a property, they'll be saying, "Where's the Inndox?"
Yep.
So that's how I think it's going. Everything's going digital. People, companies, everybody expects to be able to access all the information on their phone.
Yep.
And so transactions will be taking place more and more sight unseen, and the due diligence and everything will be conducted online. There will be smarter buildings, smart homes, and actually I can see that with Alexa Home and Google Home, you'll be able to talk to them and ask, okay, I need to repaint the kitchen wall. What was the paint colour? And then it accesses the Inndox. So we're collecting all this data to make it, possible to have these smart homes. And, like magic, I think it will happen one day.
Yeah, no, look, I think that day is only around the corner. So what does the future look like for Inndox? What's on your roadmap for the next sort of 18 months, couple of years?
Well, we're at the moment rolling out across Australia with building inspectors, and so that can bring a lot of awareness for Inndox and rapid traction, and they can put 5,000 reports a month onto Inndox or more. And then going across to New Zealand, they've got franchisees over 17 in New Zealand. So we are looking to expand into international markets. And then also the UK. We've had 2 trips over to the UK, and there's definitely an established market there for us. So, it's looking quite exciting. And, I'm very excited about what the future holds. So.
And you've obviously got your real estate play over here to build out further, and also B2C.
And B2C.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, look, Trish, it's been fantastic to talk to you and hear about Inndox. I think it's a fantastic idea. Congratulations on it's always hard work getting a startup up and running. So congratulations, and congratulations on being a finalist in the PropTech Awards.
Thanks, Kylie. Thanks for launching that, the first Australian National PropTech Awards.
Yes, well, I've questioned my sanity many times since then, but it's going to be awesome.
It's really, really good for the industry. And that's been a fantastic initiative.
Thanks. And thanks so much for being on the PropTech podcast.
Thanks, Kylie.
So that was Trish Mackie-Smith from Inndox, a PropTech innovation that I think every homeowner needs. Now, while Trish and Andrew are currently focusing their sales energy on builders and developers, I see huge potential in this piece of technology and its ability to make life easier for homeowners across so many facets. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, every homeowner has a junk drawer or a cupboard or a filing cabinet or a box where this stuff goes. And that's not a great system. In fact, probably system is an exaggeration. At sale time, all the important things that you need to hand on to the new owner always seem to be missing. And if you're relying on that paperwork for replacement with an insurance claim, well, if your house is flooded or burned down, it's very likely that the drawer has gone as well. So having a centralised cloud-based system to place and capture all of the data for your home makes a lot of sense. And sure, look, we could all save those documents ourselves in a Google Shared Drive or Dropbox, but do we? And like we saw with COVID check-ins, having a centralised system or app that captures important data and makes it infinitely easier to share and provide access when we need it to. Now, property logbooks have been a concept that's been on the radar for years and years. When I was at CoreLogic, Graham Mirabito used to hold court around this idea of digital keys for properties, which was a really similar concept. And I've had other founders talk to me about this idea. But Inndox is the first that I've heard that have actually got a functioning model into the market. And I think that's because the prop techs that are B2C have found it really difficult to win market share. And that's where Inndox have been really clever in targeting it at builders and developers in the first instance. Real estate agents are a natural fit for growth in this market. So well done, Inndox. And as soon as you have a B2C offer, Trish, let me know and sign me up because I would love to get that kitchen drawer back. Now, if you have enjoyed this episode of the PropTech Podcast, I'd love you to tell your friends or drop me a line via email, LinkedIn or Facebook. You can follow the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple and Anchor. I'd like to thank my audio support, Charlie Hollins, and the fabulous Jill Escudero, and our sponsors, Direct Connect, Smidge Wines, making exclusive wines in limited quantities and available only via the cellar door at smidgewines.com, and ActivePipe, helping you make engaging content for your email marketing. Now, do you run a PropTech business or are you the founder of a PropTech? Well, make sure you join the PropTech Association of Australia. It's Australia's new not-for-profit association made up of tech people who are passionate about the property industry and committed to improving experiences in how we buy, sell, rent, manage, design, build and finance property. Joining will give you access to events and networks across Australia and globally that will help you promote and grow your business. So go to proptechassociation.com.au and check out our membership page. Thanks everyone. Until next week, keep on PropTeching.